research is significant as it provides insight into effective promotional techniques for young students. To start, we will first discuss the background of the study that will be discussed by Micah Cabullo, so let's begin.
Good day everyone. Today, I will discuss the effect of e-commerce and digital payment to the inflation in the digital age of Bachelor of Elementary Education in Palawan State University, Nara Campus. Chapter 1, Introduction, Background of the Study. E-commerce allows businesses to sell products online, helping them reach more customers and reduce costs. Because of this, prices can become more competitive. On the other hand, digital payments like e-wallets and online banking make transaction faster and easier. Because it is very convenient, people tend to spend more money. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the use of online shopping and cashless payments increased. COVID-19 pandemic, the use of online shopping and cashless payments increased rapidly. Many people preferred using digital methods for safety and convenience. Now, let's look at how this affects inflation. E-commerce can help lower prices because businesses compete and reduce expenses. However, digital payment can also increase spending, which may lead to higher prices if demand becomes too high. For students, especially education students, these changes affect how they spend money and manage their finances. It can improve financial awareness, but it may also lead to overspending. There are also challenges such as security risks and lack of knowledge in using digital payments. For our objectives, number 1, to know the significant effect of e-commerce on inflation in the digital age of Bachelor of Elementary Education in Palawan State University, Nara Campus. Number 2, to know the significant effect of digital payments on inflation in digital age on Bachelor of Elementary Education. Number 3, to know how e-commerce and digital payments influence inflation in the digital age of a Bachelor of Elementary Education. For the continuation of our present, may I call Ms. Rivian Almeida.
So for our statement of the problem, the first one is, does e-commerce have a significant effect on the inflation of the digital age of the Bachelor of Elementary Education in Palawan State University, Nara Campus? Second, how does e-commerce affect the inflation in the digital age of the Bachelor of Elementary Education in Palawan State University, Nara Campus? And the third one, how does digital payment affect the inflation in the digital age of the Bachelor of Elementary Education in Palawan State University, Nara Campus? For our significance of the study, it is significance for the consumer, for them to have an idea on how e-commerce and digital payment affects the inflation in the digital age and use it properly. This also helps them understand how online shopping, digital payments, and rising prices affect them. It shows how to shop master, pick safe ways to pay, and plan your money better even when things cost more. It is also beneficial to the small business owner for them to understand how online selling or e-commerce, digital payment methods, and rising prices or inflation affect their businesses. It shows which digital tools works best, how to set fair prices even when costs go up, and how to make paying easy for customers. With this info, you can grow your business, keep customer happy, and plan for changes in the market. Also for online worker, so it helps them to understand how e-commerce and digital payments connect to rising prices or inflation. It shows how these trends can affect their income, how they get paid, and what they pay for things they needed. With this information, online workers can make smarter choices about managing their money, picking safe payment methods, and planning for changes in cost. For the students, it is beneficial to the students for it provides new information and insights that will educate their mind to the relevance of the effects of e-commerce and digital payment to the inflation in the digital age, also for them to have an accessible ways to manage educational needs. To the teacher, it is beneficial to the teacher to provide convenient access to education resources, offering financial benefits like discount and easy expenses. This enhances travel experience, making of more efficient and effective. Last, for the future researcher, it is beneficial for them, for it may serve as a reference for future researchers, wherein another set of findings about how e-commerce and digital payment affects the inflation in the digital age. It can also be material for analysis and further discussion. For our scope and delimitation, this study focuses on the effects of e-commerce and digital payment in the digital age of the virtual elementary education in Palawan State University, Naira campus, a descriptive type of research that uses a survey method, specifically a written interview. This is designed to know the effects of e-commerce and digital payment in the digital age to the inflation and virtual elementary education in Palawan State University, Naira campus. This is only limited for educational purposes, and the findings of this study may be or may not be applicable in some areas, specifically in different and generalized topics. Moreover, the researchers used a purposive sampling, wherein a total of 143 bachelor of elementary education students in Palawan State University Naira campus will be the respondents. Next, for our hypothesis, we have hypothesis 1. There was no significant effect between e-commerce and digital payment to the inflation of the digital age. Hypothesis 2. There was no significant effect between e-commerce and digital payment to the inflation in the digital age. For our operational definition of terms, we have e-commerce refers to the buying and selling for goods and services through online platforms such as Lazada, Shopee, and others. In this study, e-commerce is measured by student frequency of use, types of products purchased, and total spending on online transactions. For digital payments, refers to financial transactions carried out using electronic means such as mobile payment application like GCash and PayMaya, online banking, and credit or debit cards. The usage and frequency of digital payment system by students are assessed to determine their impact on their financial behavior. Inflation in the digital age. Inflation in this context refers to the increase in the cost of goods and services experienced by students due to the rise in online shopping and digital payment usage. This study specifically examines how the convenience and accessible of e-commerce platforms and digital payment may contribute to higher living expenses and spending habits, influencing the perception of inflation among students. Bachelor of Elementary Education students at Palawan State University. This refers to the student enrolled in the Bachelor of Elementary Education program at Palawan State University Naira campus, who are the primary participants in the study. These students engage with digital platforms and their experiences with inflation are analyzed to assess the impact of e-commerce and digital payments. For the continuation of our presentation for the chapter 2, may I call Narsin Ago.
Good day, everyone. Now in chapter 2, I will present review of related literature and studies. So first, I will present our local review of related literature and studies. According to the Philippine Statistics Authority 2022 and De La Cruz and Santos 2023, over platforms to buy academic supplies, personal items, and online learning materials. They believe that digital payment tools such as GCash, PayMaya, and bank transfers are the most convenient ways to pay, largely due to their speed, ease of use, and promotional offers. And then, second, in the local studies, is the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or BSP. Also reports that the growth of digital payments has increased the frequency of transactions, which can influence the demand for goods and services. This increased demand may contribute to price change and affect inflation levels. At the same time, the expansion of e-commerce platforms has made products more accessible and however, it was noted the higher online consumption may also place upward pressure on the inflation. According to Gabriel Laan, 2024, highlights that the growth of e-commerce and digital payments adoption in the Philippines is driven by perceived security, ease of use, and supportive Philippine government policies. They believe these systems have boosted consumer spending and increased sales for small and medium enterprises, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. However, challenges such as low financial literacy and lack of trust limit adoption. Now, I will proceed in our studies from the other countries. Shows that the e-commerce can both reduce and increase inflation according to the Gopinath et al. 2020. Increased competition among online retailers can lower price because platforms enable easy price comparisons and reduce operational costs. Next is on the other hand, Rubov 2021 found that growing e-commerce demand for logistics, technology, and raw materials can push price up during periods of economic growth. Also, according to Shang Si Kwe, Tang Tongxing, and Mo Erham 2024, explained that the expansion of e-commerce in China has stimulated economic activity, linking production, consumption, circulation, and distribution across regions. They believe that during the COVID-19 pandemic, e-commerce played a pivotal role in maintaining economic momentum. Also, the review of local and foreign literature shows that e-commerce and digital payment systems have both positive and negative effects on the consumer behavior and economic activity. In the Philippines, platforms like Lazada, Shopee, and e-wallets such as GCash and PayMaya provide convenience, security, and easy access, enabling students and young consumers to buy. And also, local studies emphasize that these technologies encourage frequent and sometimes impulsive spending, which can boost small business revenues and promote financial inclusion. At the same time, challenges such as low digital literacy, poor internet infrastructure, and concerns about security and trust can limit adoption, especially in rural areas. International studies similarly highlight that digital payments and e-commerce promote economic growth, improve transaction efficiency, and increase competition. And last to our related literature studies is, however, they caution that higher spending may contribute to inflation and that effective regulation and cybersecurity are necessary. Overall, both local and foreign literature suggest that promoting financial literacy, secure platforms, and supportive infrastructure is key to maximizing the benefits of e-commerce and digital payments while mitigating potential risks. Now, I will present our conceptual framework. In the figure 1, shows that the conceptual framework of the effect of e-commerce and digital payment to the inflation in the digital age of Bachelor of Elementary Education students, which explains the relationship between independent and dependent variables. The independent variable input portrays the effect of e-commerce and digital payment, and how it affects the inflation in the digital age of Bachelor of Elementary Education. And then the dependent variable output is the possible income of the effect of the e-commerce and digital payment and inflation in the digital age. It will explain how e-commerce and digital payment will affect the inflation in the digital age. The result and the dependent variable will be based on the related to the independent variable. Now, to continue our presentation in chapter 3, may I call Sarah Jean Espino.
Good day, everyone. I will now present our chapter 3, which is the methodology of our research. For our research design, we use a quantitative approach to examine the relationship between e-commerce, digital payment, and inflation. We choose this design because it allows us to collect measurable data and analyze it statistically. In terms of participants, our respondents were the Bachelor of Elementary Education students from Palawan State University, Lara Campus. They were randomly selected using Slovet's formula to ensure a fair and reliable sample. For the data collection, we used a survey questionnaire. This helped us gather information about how e-commerce and digital payment affect inflation in this digital age. Lastly, for the data analysis, we applied descriptive statistics, specifically frequency and percentage. To summarize the responses, we also used a 5-point Likert scale to measure the level of agreement of the respondents. That concludes our methodology. Thank you. Now, I will call on Ms. Gemma Galador to continue the discussion.
And for our Chapter 4 result and discussion, this chapter of the study provides the necessary discussion, analysis, and interpretation of the results gathered by the researchers to explain the statistical content analysis of the elaborate the findings gathered from expert validation and participants' evaluation, and give comprehensive analysis of the result of the study. Tables were utilized throughout the whole chapter to interpret the results gathered accurately. And for Table 1, age of the total number of the respondents, Table 1 shows the most respondents were aged 21 to 23 years old, comprising 66.43% or 95 of the total. This was followed by those aged 18 to 20 at 23.7% or 33. Smaller proportions were in the 24 to 26 age group at 6.29% or 9, and 27 and above at 4.19% or 6. Overall, the respondents were mostly of legal age with a total of 143 participants. And for the table 1 to 2, sex of the Bachelor of Elementary Education respondents, the 143 Bachelor of Elementary Education respondents were predominantly female, making up 92.32% or 132, while male respondents accounted for 6.29% or 9, while 1.39% or 2 preferred not to say and identified as non-binary. Overall, female students had the highest participants in the study. And for the table 1 to 3, year of the Bachelor of Elementary Education respondents, table 1 to 3 indicates the most respondents were second-year students, comprising 46.85% or 67 of the total. Meanwhile, first-year students accounted for 27.97% or 40 of the 143 respondents. And for the table 1 to 4, respondents that own mobile device with internet access, table 1 to 4 shows that all the respondents from Bachelor of Elementary Education Students have their own mobile devices with internet access with 100% of the total responses of 143 total respondents. In the section B, e-commerce usage, in the table for the table 1, usage of using e-commerce platforms, table 1 shows that most Bachelor of Elementary Education respondents use e-commerce platforms weekly, accounting for 39.86% or 57. This is followed by monthly usage at 25.87% or 37. Daily usage at 17.48% or 25, and rarely at 15.38% or 22. Only 1% or 1 reported never using e-commerce platforms. And for the table 1 to 2, types of products that the Bachelor of Elementary Education student online purchase. For the table 1 to 2 shows the most Bachelor of Elementary Education students purchase clothes and accessories online, accounting for 95.80% or 137. This is followed by the health and beauty products at 65.73% or 94, and books and school supplies at 65.3% or 93. Electronic device account for 55.94% or 80, while food and drinks make up 23.7% or 33. Other items have the lowest share at 1% or 1. In the table 1 to 3, money spent per month on online purchases. Table 1 to 3 shows the most Bachelor of Elementary Education students spend below 1,000 per month on online purchases, comprising 93% or 133. This is followed by those spending 1,000 to 2,000 at 18.88% or 27. Only 1% or 1 spend 2,001 or 2,001 to 3,000, and another 1% or 1 spend 3,001 or more. For the table 4 usually used for paying online purchases. Table 1 to 4 show the most Bachelor of Elementary Education students prefer cash on delivery for online purchases, accounting for 91.60% or 131. Digital payment platforms like GCash and PayMaya follow at 6.29% or 9, while bank transfer, credit or debit cards, and other methods recorded zero usage. Let us move to section 3, digital payment usage. For the table 1, often of usage of the digital payment methods, the table 1 shows the most Bachelor of Elementary Education students use digital payments weekly, accounting for 37.76% or 54. This is followed by monthly usage at 23.7% or 33, rarely at 16.8% or 23, and daily at 12.58% or 18. The least common is never at 9.76% or 14. In the table 1 to 2, primary reasons for using digital payment. Table 1 to 2 shows that the primary reason of Bachelor of Elementary Education students use digital payments is fast transactions, accounting for 58.0% or 83. This is followed by convenience at 16.8% or 23. Availability of discounts or cashback at 13.98% or 20. In the lack of need for physical cash at 9.9% or 13. A small portion 2.79% or 4. Selected others indicating they do not use digital payments. And for the table 1 to 3, confidence in the security of digital payment platforms. The table 1 to 3 indicates that Bachelor of Elementary Education students are generally confident in the security of digital payment platforms with a mean score of 3.625 despite encountering issues such as poor signal, slow internet, and occasional password errors. they still maintain confidence in using digital payments. On the table 1 to 4, problem experience with digital payment system. Table 1 to 4 shows the most Bachelor of Elementary Education student, 59.44% or 85, have experienced problems with digital payment systems such as payment failure, incorrect transactions, and security issues, while 39.16% or 56 reported no such problems among those who experienced issues. The most common problem was no signal. 55.9% or 47 followed by slow internet connection, 24.70% or 21, and wrong passwords, 20% or 17. And for the D, perception of inflation. For the table 1, student views on inflation on the digital age and its relation to digital payments and e-commerce. For the table 1 shows the Bachelor of Elementary Education students agreed that the rise of e-commerce and digital payments agreed that the rise digital payment contributes to increased living costs, makes spending easier, and encourage impulsive buying with a mean score of 3.625 for each. However, they rated the overall impact of these platforms on their financial situation negatively, with a mean of 2.475%, indicating that they perceive e-commerce and digital payment as contributing to higher expenses and inflation. For the section E, overall perception of digital economy. For the table 1, continue using digital payments in the future. Table 1 shows that the Bachelor of Elementary Education students are likely to continue using digital payments in the future, with a mean score of 3.625%, despite concerns about impulsive buying and increased cost of living inflation. They remain inclined to use digital payments due to its benefits, such as convenience, fast transactions, and the availability of discounts or cashbacks. For the table 1 to 2, the government should regulate e-commerce and digital payment to address inflation. Table 1 to 2 shows the majority of Bachelor of Elementary Education students, 82.51% or 118, believe the government should regulate e-commerce and digital payments to address inflation. A smaller group, 5.59% or 8, disagreed, while 17.48% or 25 were unsure. Overall, most respondents support government regulation, though some remain uncertain or opposed. For the table 1 to 3, measures that respondents believe to mitigate the inflationary effects of digital spending. Table 1 to 3 shows the most Bachelor of Elementary Education students, 60.13% or 85, believe offering discounts and promotion can help mitigate the inflationary effects of digital spending. This is followed by providing better financial literacy programs at 31.46% or 45, while a smaller group, 6.99% or 10, supports regulating digital payment platforms. And for the section E, final thoughts. Strategies for using online shopping effectively. Number 1, convenience and self-control. A common experience reported by individuals when using online shopping platforms is the increased convenience it provides in daily life. Online shopping allows users to save time and effort by purchasing items anytime and anywhere. However, despite this advantage, it may also lead to challenges related to self-control. Some individuals tend to buy items that they do not really need, which can result in impulsive spending. This highlights the importance of practicing mindful purchasing and setting limits when engaging in online shopping. For the team 2, affordability and financial management. A common suggestion expressed by students regarding online shopping and digital payment platforms is the reduction of additional fees. Many students emphasize that high delivery fees and transaction charge from digital payment service such as GCash can make budgeting difficult. Lowering these fees would help students manage their financial resources more effectively and reduce unnecessary expenses. As one student stated, reducing delivery fees or online shopping and lowering digital payment fees like GCash would help students manage their budget more effectively. For the team 3, payment convenience and financial preparedness. A common experience shared by students when using online shopping platforms involves the choice of payment methods, while cash on delivery is often used because of its convenience. Some students have trouble when they no longer have enough money to pay once the order. When they no longer have enough money to pay once the order is already on the way, this situation can cause stress and inconvenience, as one student explained. Paying through GCash is better because I do not have to worry about finding money to pay for my online shopping. As a result, digital payment methods such as GCash are considered more practical as they allow students to pay in advance and avoid concerns about preparing cash upon delivery. For the team 4, smart spending and financial awareness. Students can effectively use e-commerce platforms and digital payment services to cope with rising prices by practicing smart spending habits. Many students emphasize the importance of looking for discounts, choosing free delivery options, monitoring their expenses, and thinking carefully before making a purchase. These practices help students maximize their limited budget and develop responsible financial habits. Students can use e-commerce and digital payments to save money, track spending, and develop smart buying habits. For the team 5, smart spending and financial awareness. Students can effectively use e-commerce platforms and digital payment services to cope with rising prices by practicing smart spending habits. Many students emphasize the importance of looking for discounts, choosing free delivery options, monitoring their expenses, and thinking carefully before making a purchase. This practice helps students maximize their limited budget and develop responsible financial habits. For the Team 6, inflation, budgeting, and responsible spending. Students recognize that e-commerce can help reduce the effects of inflation by offering lower prices and discounts compared to physical stores. However, the use of digital payment methods may also encourage overspending due to their convenience. In addition, extra costs such as delivery fees can further increase expenses. For these reasons, careful budgeting and smart spending practices are essential for students to manage their finances effectively. For the Team 7, responsible spending in e-commerce. E-commerce and digital payment platforms provide convenience and access to products, but students may face higher prices due to inflation. Many students emphasize the importance of spending wisely to avoid unnecessary expenses. E-commerce and digital payment are helpful, but prices are higher because of inflation. Students should spend wisely. E-commerce and digital payments are convenient, but inflation makes prices higher, so students need to spend wisely. And now to discuss the Chapter 5, may I call Ms. Maria Cristina Lisa.
Good day, everyone. For our Chapter 5, summary, conclusion, and recommendation. First, for our summary. First is frequently used e-commerce and digital payment system. This indicates that online platforms and cashless transactions have become an essential part of student daily lives. Many students prefer using digital payment because they are convenient, fast, and easily accessible through mobile device. These trends show a shift from traditional cash
based transaction to more modern financial practices. Next, the most common purchase made by students are clothes and accessories. This suggests that students prioritize personal needs and fashion-related items when shopping online. These types of products are widely available on e-commerce platforms, often with discounts and promotion, which may further encourage students to make purchase. Third, student monthly spending is below 1,000 but they tend to buy frequently. Although the amount spent per transaction is relatively small, the frequency of purchase is high. This meant that even if students think they are spending only a small amount, the total expenses can accumulate over time. This pattern highlights the importance of monitoring not only how much is spent, also how often spending occurs. Digital payment provides a high level of convenience. Students can complete transactions anytime and anywhere using their smartphones. The convenience reduces the effort needed to purchase items, making online shopping more attractive compared to traditional shopping methods. Next is, there is evidence of impulsive buying behavior among students. Because digital payments are quick and require minimal, import students are more likely to make unplanned purchase. They may buy items without carefully thinking about their needs or budget, which can lead to unnecessary spending. Last, there is an increased perception of living costs. Students feel that their expenses are rising even if their purchases are relatively small. This perception may be influenced by the frequency of their spending and the ease of making transactions, which makes money seem to be spent more quickly. Next, for our conclusion, first is e-commerce significantly influences student spending behavior. It affects how students choose, decide, and purchase products, making online shopping a major factor in their financial habits. Next is convenience leads to overspending. The easier to purchase items, the more likely students are to spend beyond their intended budget. Convenience reduces the time for decision making, which can result in less controlled spending. Next is digital payment encourages easy spending. Since students do not physically see the money being spent, they may become less aware of their actual expenses. They can create a false sense of affordability. Next is, it contributes to the perception of inflation or increasing living costs. Frequent spending every small amount gives students the impression that prices are getting higher and that their money is not enough. Last is, there is a strong need of financial discipline. Students must learn how to manage their finances properly control their spending habits, and prioritize their needs over wants. Next is, for our recommendation, first is students should practice budgeting and wise spending. Creating a budget plan can help students track their expenses and avoid unnecessary purchase. This will also help them allocate their money more effectively. Next is financial literacy programs should be strengthened. Schools and institutions should provide more opportunities for students to learn about the proper money management, saving strategies, and responsible financial decision making. Third is, future research should expand the scope of the study. Future researches may include a large number of respondents, different age groups, or additional variables to gain a deeper understanding on the topic. Last is, responsible spending habits should be promoted. Students should be encouraged to think carefully before making purchases and to develop self-control when it comes to spending money, especially in online platforms.
That is the end of our research presentation entitled
The effects of e-commerce and digital payments to the inflation in the digital age of the Bachelor of Elementary Education in Palawan State University, Nara Campus.
Thank you for listening, and I hope that you learned something from our research paper.